Men created religion because they were jealous that women created life. And speaking of creating life, today being a holy day that y'all think belongs to one of your sky daddies, but is actually a day of worshiping the fertility goddess Ishtar, is the perfect time to talk about creation and who actually does what. Because there is a whole crew of emotional pseudoscientists and scholars in my comments section having emotional breakdowns, swearing up and down that men create life because they carry sperm, or what they like to call the seed. Now, I'm gonna need y'all to hold on tight because we're gonna get through a lot in a short period of time, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Let me learn you something today. Black men, this part is especially important for y'all, so I'm gonna need you to listen up. Where did the idea of sperm being called the seed of life even come from? I know you don't know, so I'm gonna tell you. The Greeks. Yeah, those Greeks, particularly Aristotle, who believed that the male was the active principle and the female was just an incubator. And unfortunately, that ridiculous idea persisted for centuries, despite being biologically false. Just like many of his other ideologies that helped build the foundation of white supremacy. So whenever you get online repeating this nonsense, just remember, it was a Greek white man that told you what to think and say. And look at you, out here repeating it like it's law. Embarrassing. Calling sperm the seed is nothing more than a linguistic power play. If you can convince the world that men carry the origin of life, then you can convince the world that a man is the creator. And that's not science, that's branding. And speaking of science, medical and biological sciences clearly define the egg as the seed and sperm as the fertilizer. The egg is alive and metabolically active. It is full of organelles, cytoplasms, and most importantly, mitochondria. And we're going to talk more about that later. And while sperm is motile, it is not alive in the same way. It is essentially a DNA delivery mechanism, if you will. And despite what you may think or what you want to believe, she is alive, intelligent, and sovereign and makes all the choices, baby. Because contrary to that fastest sperm wins myth, the egg is actually emitting chemicals that attracts, scans, and chooses which sperm she wants. And she is 10,000 times larger than the sperm and infinitely more intelligent. So when it comes to creation, let's break down who brings what to the table. Well, the man brings the sperm, which delivers 23 strands of nuclear DNA. Oh, you thought there was something else? There's not. Well, maybe 5 pumps in a dope, but I digress. Now, what does the woman bring? The egg, which also delivers 23 strands of nuclear DNA, all of the organelles, the cytoplasm, the cellular structure, the nutrients for early growth, the entire developmental environment, the womb, the labor, and the food and nutrients that sustain life after birth. And most importantly, that mitochondrial DNA that I mentioned earlier. Now let's bring it on home, ladies. Every strand of mitochondrial DNA in your body came from your mother. And what is mitochondrial DNA, you may ask? It is the energy, the power, the very life force that fuels every single cell of your body for your entire life. Even sperm itself uses mitochondrial DNA energy to become motile. And once it enters the eggs, its mitochondrial DNA is destroyed, and only the mother's DNA is passed on. So, like I said, women create life. Shit, we even give you and your sperm the energy and direction to get your ass up and get to where you need to be in order to contribute. And if you think I am done, I'm not. Part 2.